I thought you were going to come and visit.
Well, I have now.
What Johnny means is he knows you've been avoiding him, and he really wanted to see you.
I know, I'm sorry, I was just scared.
You don't have to be scared or anxious, Sabrina. No one judges you.
I wish I could think like that.
You can. It just takes practice.
So, how have you been?
Getting better. What about you?
Struggling, I guess. I'm not cycling anymore.
You're not cycling? That's so unlike you. What happened?
The accident happened, remember? Kuna was right. I shouldn't have taught you, and I should have listened to her about the dangers.
It was a freak accident. I wasn't even on my bike when I got hit. I was crossing a road and Yvonne just happened to be in her car.
But
you can't blame yourself, Sabrina. I made a mistake blaming myself for many things that had happened. It didn't do my own mental health any good.
I helped to encourage him to disobey Eliana, though.
No, you didn't. I chose to disobey Eliana, and she told me to keep away from Ford. I wasn't going to keep away from my best friend just because his worst enemy told me to.
You think that much of me?
Friends care about each other, Ford. Stop thinking no one cares about you, because they really do.
My mom doesn't.
Ford, she does. She's just learning to cope with what happened.
She's changed a lot since my accident.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
She's way too overprotective of me.
That just proves even more that she cares.
What is this about your mom, Ford?
I think she's dating Nico.
Livy's dad?
Yes. Do you know any other Nikos?
I was just checking.
I have nothing against Nico, but I don't want him to just replace my dad. Maybe Mom has moved on, but I haven't.
You can't dwell on the past forever, Ford.
This is my dad we're talking about. Maybe I've mostly forgotten the stair incident, but some past events can't be forgotten. Especially as even 8 years on, my mom is still hiding the cause of death.
But why is she hiding it?
Don't ask me. Her actions are questionable.
Even I could agree with that.
She seems to think I'm still a little boy that needs protecting from everything.
But you're not.
Exactly. She doesn't realize I've been through enough to know a lot about suffering and hard-hitting topics.
I can see why she's overprotective, though.
She means well sometimes, but I don't really appreciate it.
You can't change anything though, Ford.
I know, and I can't change what happened to Dad, but I do want to know.
Then we'll have to find out the hard way.
How are we going to find out anything about Dad if Mom won't tell me a thing?
I'm sure there's other people that know. Even Eliana might.
We are not talking to Eliana.
I know, sorry, I should never have brought her up.
I hate Eliana for what she did to you two.
We'll get over it, but I'm not welcoming her back into my life. What she did to Johnny was unforgivable.
What she did to you was also unforgivable.
She's hurt so many people.
So, Yvonne has been arrested?
I think so. No one has really told me much about anything, though.
Don't you deserve to know what happens to Eliana and Yvonne, though?
Yeah, but people seem to want to keep it under wraps.
Everyone is hiding a secret, it seems.
You're not wrong. I know my mom has secrets. Amber probably does, and everyone seems to think it's a smart idea to keep me in the dark.
You might end up thanking them in the future for protecting you.
I won't. I just want to know about my family.
Of course, that's understandable.
And I'm not going to stop until I find out the truth about what happened to my dad.
I can help you, like I said.
Thank you. Do you want me to leave you two alone?
You're fine, Ford. Don't worry. I know how protective you are now.
You could say that.
I promise you, I won't get into danger again.
Like I believe that. If it was to protect me, you would.
You know I'd do anything for my friends, though, Ford.
You have definitely proved that.
My friends always come first.
Likewise.
So, should I leave?
No, Johnny really wants to speak to you.
If you're sure. I just feel awkward.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel awkward.
Hey, it's fine. Don't worry. Sorry.
What do you have to be sorry about?
For ignoring Johnny.
Johnny doesn't say anything, but instead stares at the floor and slowly slurps a chocolate milkshake.
I definitely shouldn't have brought it up. I shouldn't have even come.
Sabrina starts backing away before giving the sullen Johnny a look and whizzing out the front door.
Sabrina, wait!
Johnny finally looks up.
I'm sorry.
Like I said to Livy, she's a broken girl. It'll take time for the scars to heal. You and her both.
Scars?
Everything she had to undergo at her old school, and thinking that the accident was her fault because she helped you disobey Eliana and because she told you to cycle.
I never even knew she felt like that.
Maybe this time you can approach her.
Ford, I can't. I can't approach her physically. I'm not even allowed to leave the house. I've been told to rest. And anyways, I'm not sure I could approach her, even if I were able to leave the house.
You two are perfect for each other, though.
Ford!
What?
Sabrina and I are not in love.
Whatever you say, Johnny. But if you're asking me, I don't believe you.
But I didn't ask you.
Touche.
Anyways, you don't have to believe me.
And I don't. Maybe I should approach Sabrina.
No, don't you dare!
I won't if you don't keep mentioning how much you miss Sabrina. That's on you.
Alright, I won't mention her name ever again.
I never said that.
You implied it.
No.
Yes?
I'm going to go get some board games from the cupboard.
I've been playing a lot of board games lately.
At least you're developing a new hobby.
Thanks, Ford,
What on earth for?
for helping me and being kind to me when no one else was because I had Kara as my sister, and you are my first ever true friend. You know that, right?
You've told me countless times, and I know I've said this too many times, but you are also my first true friend. I've never made friends easily, but you and Livy have been amazing to me. No one else would have defended me like you did.
Then they're not a true friend.
And no one would have risked themselves to save me either.
Likewise, you also risked yourself for me as well, remember? Kara?
How could I forget?
You couldn't forget. You didn't have to stand up for me though. And you don't actually owe Amber anything. You didn't have to stand up to Kara.
If I didn't, Kara would have had that feeling of winning, and I would have had that awful feeling of defeat. I didn't want that, and I do owe her.
If anything, Amber owes you something.
Maybe you're right.
I can explain why if you want me to. She owes you a lot.
Go ahead.
You helped her. Always ask her how she was. Did she ever ask how you were?
Not really. No.
Didn't she act like a coward on the day that Kara decided to,
Yes, she did. And Johnny, you don't need to avoid talking about the incident. The fact is, it happened, and nothing you or I or anyone says will change that.
I know, sorry, but Ford, really, you did so much for Amber, and she throws it all back in your face. She owes you too much. So much that I don't think she'll ever be able to pay it back.
I can live with it. Don't worry.
Maybe I should talk to her.
No, don't. Don't make things worse. Please, Johnny.
Alright, fine. I promise, okay?
Good enough for me.
Liliana starts storming up the stairs.
Lily, I'm sorry.
Don't call me Lily, like I've said before.
Why are you so uptight about everything?
More you than me.
What was that?
Doesn't matter. What matters is that you never listen to a word I say. I'm waiting for the day that you grow up.
That's something that you need to do.
Physically, maybe. But being the older sibling doesn't mean that you're more mature. It really doesn't.
You're saying that you're more mature?
Depends.
And why would you be more mature if you want to follow Ford around like a little puppy when he doesn't even want to know you?
And how do you know that?
I'm not saying he doesn't want to know you just because I have a personal vendetta against him. It's pretty obvious he didn't seem comfortable around you. I mean, even I know he has trust issues.
So he wouldn't trust me?
Why would he? He only just met you.
Then I'll find some way to change his mind.
Something I've always despised about you is how you never give up.
You're right that I don't, and I'm glad that I don't. Better than being a quitter like you.
I'm not... whatever.
Exactly. See you for dinner.
Fine.
Louisiana, you're back. And why is your hand badly grazed?
None of your business.
Did you punch someone?
No.
Be honest with me, Louisiana.
I am.
Fine, whatever.
Edward walks off.
Why does he have to be so annoying?
Thanks, Mom.
Of course.
Where's Dad?
With Rose, probably.
Everyone knows about that, then.
Let Nico do what he wants, darling.
Mom, you miss him, don't you?
I'm not going to comment.
Mom, if you want to take him back, then show him you care.
Livy, it's too late.
He thinks you don't care. What tore you apart wasn't because you didn't love each other. It was because Noah went off the rails. I liked it when we were a family. I have no shame in admitting that.
Then you can tell Nico that.
He needs to hear it from you. I can't even tell whether Rose actually loves him or if she's faking it. I'll ask Ford what he thinks.
What makes you think that, Liv?
I just feel like Rose might be taking advantage of him so she can move on. I know Ford hates the fact that Rose is moving on. If you can even call it that.
Really?
Yes, really. I lived with Dad for a long time on my own. I know him better than anyone, and I don't want him to make the wrong choice.
He's an adult, Livy.
Honestly, he feels more like a friend than a parent.
You're 18. You're not going to be friends with your dad. He's not going to act like a parent towards you when you're of legal age.
I know. I'll talk to Ford later. He's most likely with Johnny. Amber isn't home and he probably wouldn't want to spend time alone with Rose and Dad.
At least he has somewhere to go if he needs anything.
He's always welcome with me, too. And he obviously doesn't want to hang around with Liliana. At least I hope he doesn't.
Livy,
Yeah?
are you jealous?
What? Of course not! Of what?
Something makes me think that Liliana isn't the only one with the crush on Ford.
Mom?
Alright, fine. But like you've said before, follow your heart.
Yes, I do try.
Good.
Are you going to answer that?
Yeah, okay.
Lewis goes over to the door, opening it. A woman and her daughter are standing on the steps. The girl looks around about 14 and has light brown hair masking her face.
Hello?
Hey, I'm Ava.
Do you need anything?
Jalen joins Lewis on the doorstep.
Kat, I thought we'd agreed that they were never going to see their cousin.
Cousin?
She begged me.
Fine, come inside, but Kat, you're not staying for long.
Wait. Stop. Ava is her cousin?
Short story? Yes.
I think I'm going to go.
Kat runs out of the door without another word.
Mom!
I despise her so much.
Whatever for?
Don't even ask.
What exactly is going on here?
Apparently our aunt just took her daughter here and immediately ran off.
I only wanted to meet you guys.
You've never met your own cousin.
No, we haven't.
I'd hate to be kept in the dark. Although, if you had my cousin, I don't think you'd want to meet her.
Eliana is an exception.
Who's Eliana?
Mine and Ford's cousin. Manipulated Ford into telling her all his secrets. Scarred him for life.
That isn't good.
Ava, this is Amber, my best friend.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Shall we sit down and eat?
Gladly.
I feel bad for Sabrina.
Why? She's the one that's been ignoring you.
She has a good reason to.
How could anyone ignore you? You need more help than ever now.
You don't need to rub it in.
Sorry, forget I said anything. But seriously, Johnny, she shouldn't be treating you like this.
It's fine. Honestly, did Yvonne ever get arrested?
Probably, and I hope so. That woman has committed enough crimes already without the ability to commit more.
If she ever gets released, she'll come for you, won't she?
Definitely, I know she will. But would she ever get released?
I don't think we've seen half of what she's capable of.
Now you're starting to scare me.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about the possibilities.
We've just got to hope we never see her.
Of course.
And as for Dad, well, I'm gonna make sure I find the truth.
Good for you. We need to hear the truth from Rose.
She's not going to tell me. I'm sure someone else will know.
Like who?
I'm not sure, Johnny, but if anyone knows anything, I'll be sure to find out.